What's up, beautiful people? It's Moment. Back on here. Just want to talk about some thoughts that I've been having that I just figured out recently in the last year that have been so beneficial to my creative process as a whole that I just didn't quite understand when I was younger and I was a younger artist, so to speak. I know I'm ancient, but uh, simple as it can be, you need to be making music all the time, every single day, as much as you can, and you need to stay in rhythm. And when I was younger and I was trying to make music and trying to get better, I would often get discouraged and take long periods off or kind of get in and not use my time effectively. And I would just not be making music every single day. And I know it seems like a silly thought process. Of course, you need to be making music every day to get better, to go towards your goals. But it's not just making music every day, it's putting yourself in the position to be successful as much as humanly possible. And that kind of goes to the idea of the muse, or creativity as a intangible concept or as an energy. And Rick Rubin talks about it in a creative way, which is a great book. I haven't finished it completely, but also listened to some podcasts. He was talking about it, and it made complete sense to me. And I figured it out this year, or maybe end of last year. But you're not going to be inspired every single day. It's not something that is possible. It's not something that you can force. You can't force creativity or inspiration, so to speak. But you can force work habit and discipline and putting yourself in the position to be creative. And that's as simple as showing up every day and hoping the muse, whatever the intangible force is that delivers these creative stream of thoughts into your consciousness, showing up every day and hoping that it comes to you. And that will take a lot of the stress out of, like, oh, I gotta make something cool, I gotta make a banger, I gotta make this, I gotta do this every single day. No, it will take away some of that stress, because all you have to do is show up every single day as much as you can, consistently, and make music. Put yourself in the position to make that hit song, to be inspired, to do those long sessions where you don't want to look away from the computer because it's so good, because you're creating and you're in such a flow state and it feels so good. It's as simple as just showing up every day and hoping that inspiration comes to you. And I figured this out like at the end of last year, beginning of this year, that it's that simple. You just show up as much as possible consistently, and it gets much easier. It just keeps getting easier, because you can't really control the muse, you can't really control inspiration. You just gotta hope that it comes to you. I also think that having some other form of creative expression can feed into your music or whatever creative passion that you have, that could kind of inspire more and give you more inspiration in that current field. Like, for instance, learning to play the piano has been so beneficial for me. It's been so amazing. I've been playing for about 3.5 years, picked it up during COVID, and just played a little bit here and there. And then my lovely godparents got me a really nice piano, and I traded in my electric piano, and I got an actual Weinbeck. And that's a little bit different than making music or producing music, because there's no stakes. I don't have to make anything on the piano. I don't have to come up with the greatest chord progression or the greatest melodies. I'm just creating to create. I think of it as you're sacrificing to the muse, right? Just giving creative ideas and getting into a flow state and sacrificing to whatever external power that is inspiration. And that can help push that inspiration into actual sessions and actual creative situations that you're placing yourself into to be successful and to make that hit song, right? So, all in all, just show up and make music as much as possible and consistently. It doesn't have to be 8 hours a day, but like an hour a day, 30 minutes a day where you set aside time and you're like, I'm making music. Whatever I make, it don't matter, but I'm making that music, because that is what's going to get you good at making music. That's what's going to eliminate those fears and those existential thoughts and dread about making music and finishing projects. That's what's going to put yourself in the best opportunity to be successful and to enjoy making music. So I think, all in all, creative muse, you can't force inspiration, but you can force yourself to show up, be disciplined, and be in the right mindset and environment to create your art. And it's that simple. And I wish I would have figured it out sooner. I think as a younger man, I was just like, I'm just gonna show up and I'm gonna make a banger. But it's not always true. So yeah, Creative Way, Rick Rubin. Definitely read the book, listen to some podcasts. It's definitely helped me on my creative journey. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd love to open up a dialogue with anyone who watches this and discuss more about how you can, multiply your creative drive and creative output. So thank you guys for listening. Love you guys always, and please remember to breathe and enjoy your moment.